Hey guys, want to make your home cozier and save a little more money? Take a free online energy assessment from Energy Trust of Oregon. It's fast, easy, and gives you personalized tips to boost your home energy savings, lower bills, and more comfort. Shoot, I'm taking this quiz. Let's take it together at visitenergytrust.org/assessment. We can join thousands of Oregonians already making smarter energy moves. That's energytrust.org/assessment.
You don't have to put your bicycle away for the season just because it's rainy out there. With a little bit of preparation, riding through the rain can actually be pretty awesome. It's a great way to see Portland and stay connected to the city during the darker months. Ride Through the Seasons is a PBOT program that encourages Portlanders to try out cycling year-round through a series of group rides and skill-building workshops. Plus, PBOT is hosting a Rainy Rider photo contest in November where you have the chance to win some awesome swag. To learn more and to get involved, text BIKE to 888-520-0526 or visit portland.gov/ride seasons.
If the stress of the headlines over the past week has brought you fantasies of sitting in a hot sauna or soaking pool, you'll be pleased to know that Portland has a seemingly endless array of options. There are actually so many options that picking just the right one can be overwhelming. So today on CityCast Portland, we're revisiting a conversation I had with Oregonian life and culture reporter and self-proclaimed spa expert, Lizzie Acker. Lizzie's dedicated her entire life to looking for our area's best saunas and soaking pools. From clothing-optional hideaways to outdoor escapes, she's got a spa recommendation for everyone. Also, a big thanks to the sponsor of today's episode, Portland Open Studios. It's Tuesday, October 7th. I'm Claudia Meza, and this is what Portland's talking about. Before we get into your picks, what are some tips for people who aren't regular spa goers? Like, you're now an expert, by the way.
I am an expert.
You've been to more than 3, I'm assuming?
Oh, yeah. I've been to lots of them. I ranked 16 recently. And also, I put it in an article that I am Portland's #1 spa reporter, self-proclaimed. And now, like, Google's AI says I am. So... Just a hot tip if you want to be the
I think we should publish something about being like the leading Portland podcast.
You should.
We should just say it. We're just like, this is who we are.
Google's AI is not smart.
Google's AI is just like, what do they say? Okay, that's what's happening.
That's it. That's accurate.
Okay, well, as the spa expert of Portland, what are some expert do's and don'ts?
Well, I definitely think before you go to any spa, you should really look at their website and check the FAQ, check the rules, because a lot of places have different rules. Some places have a very zero tolerance phone policy. There's places that also have a no sunglasses policy.
Who wears sunglasses in a sauna?
Well, if you're outside. These days, people can record with their glasses.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, like Ray-Bans. They have that, right? That's gross.
So they're very serious about that. But I always bring a book because even if you, for some reason, are allowed to look at your phone, like you don't want to, bring a book. Also, really double check what their towel situation is because there's places in town that have free towels. There's other places where you can rent towels, and there's places that they don't even have towels.
Gotcha.
And I always bring 2 towels at least because you want a towel
you could sit on.
Yeah. A lot of places require a towel to sit on. But then you're also going to want like a dry towel, when you take a shower at the end. So 2 towels.
Anything else that, you're just like, hey, man, don't do this.
Yeah. Really, this is for men. Just don't go to pick people up. Don't go to a spa or a place like that to pick people up. Some places really have don't talk to strangers policies. Other places don't. And I think that's fine. I don't mind it if someone like talks to me in a friendly way, but be ready to pick up on social cues. Don't get in someone's face. Don't get in someone's space. I'll talk later probably about like the naked places in town, which I think are awesome, but part of what keeps them awesome is people respecting boundaries. But even if you're not naked, seriously, don't go there to pick people up.
And you're speaking specifically for the co-ed places because I want to say there are a lot of gay spas in town, which they do exist. And those are just a different breed.
Right. Well, there's some that don't allow women at all, so I have not been into them. And I believe that picking people up might be part of it. I don't know. I don't know. Again,
Okay.
I'm not invited. But also, like, I think you should know. This is like, if you're not sure if it's sexual harassment, it's sexual harassment. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And also, like, some of these places, like, even if you go with like a partner, this is not a place to make out. Honestly, none of these are places to
Oh
make
my
out.
God, I cannot even freaking imagine.
Ooh, I was at Kennedy School with my daughter.
There was a couple making out?
Yeah, they were really young. And honestly, the only place I've ever seen it is at Kennedy School, which is so funny because it's also the place where everyone in town brings their children.
We're going to bookmark
Yeah, okay,
that
we'll
because there's
bookmark,
a Kennedy School, you know? All right.
Yeah.
Well, okay, let's get into some of your picks. Like, what are your favorite spas that are saunas only? Because I feel like in people's heads, when they think of spa, they think of like many things.
Right. What I've been writing about are places that have a sauna or a hot tub or both. Basically, that's sort of my requirement. I'm not writing about places that just like do massages or whatever.
Mhm.
And you have to be able to go in without being a member. You know, actually, there's a lot of different options for this. There are infrared saunas, which are not with like hot rocks. There's electric saunas, some of which they let you put water on the rocks, some of which are totally dry. And then there's wood-fired saunas, which are heated by actual wood on fire, which are very cool. So if you're just looking to sauna, I would say Loyally in Portland has 2 locations, and it's sort of a minimalist aesthetic. It's not super expensive. You
I've
can
been to that
spend
one.
a couple hours there. Yeah, I really like Loyally.
Yeah, I like it.
You could get like a nice foot soak and a face mask if you want. Loyally is great. There's a new place that opened in Milwaukee called Sauna Glow, which I went
What?
to. Oh, I really like Sauna Glow. It's so cute. It's across the street from the Wonderland in downtown Milwaukee. And this place has one really nice big sauna, and it has multiple cold plunge options, including a cold plunge tub, a like cold plunge bucket shower situation, and a shower.
Mm.
It is probably one of the most affordable places to go sauna in the Portland area. It's like something like $19 for the entire day. You pay for the whole day. You can come back and go. When I was there were children playing like with Legos while their parents sat in the sauna. It's a very family-friendly place and pretty down to earth. You know, it's a shared locker room. This is a really bring your own towels place.
Mm-hmm. So there's children there is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, there's children there.
Okay. Well, your 2 top picks for your favorite sauna-only locations are Loyally and Sauna Glow. How about spots with other amenities like soaking pools and cold plunges? Also, would love to know if these places also have saunas or if they're just soaking pools and cold plunges. So that'd be great.
So there's a couple, there's 2 in Portland that I consider the sort of like fancy high-end places. There's Knot Springs, which is in the Yard building by the Burnside Bridge.
Mhm.
They have warm pool, a hot pool, a cold plunge pool. They might even have another temperature pool. They have a steam room and they have a sauna. One thing I love about Knot Springs is they also have like sparkling water on tap, and they
Ooh.
have different teas. That's a place where the towels are provided, sandals provided. It's a lot more expensive. And it's kind of harder to get in. It's a pretty popular spot. It's kind of a scene sometimes. Definitely not clothing optional.
Yeah, that's the place that I feel like I see on Instagram all the time. Like all the influencers in Portland are always just like, Knot
Right.
Springs. What's so funny is that I love that you're like, it's crowded because whenever they're there, it's like super quiet and there's no one but them. Do you know what I mean? Like they do that.
But it's loud and it's
Yeah.
crowded. And, you know, I don't actually mind. I've gone there with friends and it's a fine place to go with friends. It's a great place to go with friends. The steam room there, I love a steam room, but the steam room is like as loud as a train.
Why? You're not selling this place.
And I will say that sitting in a steam room in a swimsuit, I don't like sitting in a steam room in a swimsuit. But I will say there's a new spot for the influencers in Portland.
Okay.
Cascada. It's pronounced Cascada.
But it looks like Cascada, right?
Yeah, I think everyone thought it was Cascada. I thought it was Cascada until I went the first time and they were like, Cascada. I'm like, oh, okay. Spanish for waterfall.
I looked it up. As a Spanish speaker, I was still insulted by the bouginess of it. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, I'm still just like, I'm so annoyed. It's Cascada. You know?
I know.
Like,
I try not to be too judgmental about that, but it is so pretentious.
okay, we're all going to say Cascada. I just want everyone to know.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go in and be like, I love Cascada.
The place is so nice, but there is some sort of lack of spatial awareness or something of like, where are you? When you go in, you feel like you're in LA. But really, you're on Alberta, which is, one of the fastest gentrified neighborhoods in Portland.
Yeah.
A historically Black neighborhood. You don't get any of that history while you're in there. I'm not saying everybody should be that, and I'm not like blaming Cascada for gentrifying Alberta. Of course not. A luxury hotel concept is the next step in this sort of evolution, but it is a little like, okay. Still, place is very nice. If you think there's influencers at Knot Springs, wait till you get to Cascada. They are everywhere. When we were there weren't like a ton of people, but there's people with their cell phones taking pictures. And honestly, because I was doing it for a story, but Cascada has these beautiful pools. Okay, there's an upstairs pool that is the conservatory. It's really pretty. You can sit there and talk. And then underneath that, there's like a whole selection of different temperatures and types of pools. There's a lovely steam room, which is quiet, and a sauna. The problem for me with Cascada is that the downstairs is totally silent, and it costs $100 to go there for like 2 hours. So
$100 for 2 hours,
for like 2.5 hours or maybe 3,
and nobody talks to you is what I'm hearing.
You can't talk in the basement area, which is where all the best amenities are. And this is a personal preference again, but I am not gonna go somewhere like that by myself. Like, it's kind of a special deal. Like, I might go on a date with my husband or like go with a friend, and I don't want to spend $100 to not be able to talk to my friend or husband. I have a child. Like, I don't spend money to go out to be in silence. And I kind of think I really respect places that have like a silent sauna or a silent hours or things like that. And a lot of the places I like have those things because there's definitely a place for that. But I want to be able to talk when I go out, and I really feel like we are already so isolated. This is just one of those things about Cascada that, to me, beyond the name, is a bit pretentious.
Yeah. Because you're like, the best part of Cascada is silent. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're really nice pools, and you want to sit there for a while. I went with a friend, and it was like...
Was it torture?
Well, I'm going to be honest, Claudia. We broke the rules.
Were you whispering? Were you guys whispering?
We spoke to each other, yeah. There was like no one else down there, and when we went, they were like, if there's sound in the basement area, they will bang a gong to remind you to be silent.
Did you get gonged?
We did not get gonged. I'm so annoyed. You got to follow through with these threats.
Okay.
Gong me.
All right, well, let's take a quick break here, and when we come back, more of Lizzie Acker's spa picks. Dive back in time to explore what lurked beneath the surface in Monsters of the Abyss, aquatic predators past and present, on view now at the Oregon Museum of Science and Industry. This fully immersive exhibition brings guests through millions of years to witness the rise and fall of Earth's most famous and feared aquatic predators. Visitors can also come face to face with a full replica of a Spinosaurus, an aquatic dinosaur larger than a T-Rex. There are real fossils and full replica skeletons of some of these sea monsters. Plus, there are live animals in the exhibit, including an Asian water monitor, a diamond terrapin, a caiman lizard, and so much more. Get your tickets today at omsi.edu. That's omsi.edu. Global Icons Local Spotlight at the Portland Art Museum is a collection of works by some of today's leading artists, brought to us by one of the world's top art collectors and lifelong Portlander, Jordan D. Schnitzer. It includes more than 65 works by celebrated 20th century art stars like Andy Warhol, Helen Frankenthaler, Ellsworth Kelly, and Robert Rauschenberg. Additional artists on view include Jeffrey Gibson, Keith Haring, Jeff Koons, Barbara Kruger, Jenny Holzer, and many more. This exhibit is running now through January 11th and will be on view when the museum opens its expanded and renovated campus in late November. Kids age 17 and under are always free. You can get your tickets now at portlandartmuseum.org. That's portlandartmuseum.org.
You've probably heard that downtown Portland has a few more empty storefronts than most of us would like. Have you ever thought up a big idea for a way to help downtown thrive? Well, now's your chance to bring it to life. Pivot Property Management is teaming up with CityCast Portland to launch a design contest, and they're asking for your boldest visions for businesses or community spaces to fill 5 of their downtown spaces. All through October, we want to hear your best ideas. Maybe it's a seasonal pop-up for the holidays, a short-term community hub, or a brand new business ready to make a long-term impact in downtown. From practical solutions to pie-in-the-sky dreams, this is your opportunity to shape the future of our city. Submissions are open through October 19th. You can learn more about the properties and share your idea using the form linked in today's show notes, or head to our website at portland.citycast.fm.
What are some other of your favorite spots?
So those are the 2 like fancy spots. Now, what I like, and no, I was born in Eugene. I went to Girl Scout camp. I'm a bit of a hippie. I like places that are a little more rugged. Okay. Mm-hmm. So there's a place in Vancouver called Connect Wellness. I don't like the name again, but nobody's consulting me with these names.
They should be.
They should. But this spot it's sort of like a spa wonderland. It's kind of like a hobbit town. Like there's a silent wood-fired sauna in a trailer. There's another wood-fired sauna in like a little cabin. There's the like changing room area is in one of those shipping containers. There's a concrete hot tub. I love being able to sit in a hot tub outside. And so that's what they have there. They have multiple saunas. They also have a lot of cold plunges. I'm not a cold plunge person, but if you are, Connect Wellness is amazing. They have a ton of cold plunge options. And pretty much when you make a regular reservation, it is wear a swimsuit. They have another space and some clothing optional hours that are more limited, and you have to check their website. So check their website.
Yeah.
And that's absolutely a bring your towel situation.
Each session is $40 per person, which I think is really, really reasonable.
Yeah, for like 2 hours or something. It's like a pretty long time that you have there. There's not a place to buy snacks, I don't think. But you can bring your own snacks, bring water. Mm-hmm. But if you're in Portland.
Which we are.
I am. My favorite spot is Everett House. And so I'm put Everett House and Common Ground kind of together. Everett House is in Northeast, 33rd and Everett. Common Ground is 33rd and Alberta. Mm-hmm. So Northeast also. They have a similar vibe in that they're both a lot of naked people there. Mostly naked people. You don't have to be naked, but people are going to be naked there. So
yeah, they have like women's only hours, LGBTQ plus only hours.
And they have silent hours. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Personally, I think like for me, I feel like less self-conscious when everybody's like normies who are naked than when I'm at like Knot Springs with a bunch of hot people in bikinis. Mm-hmm. Like I just feel like everyone looks a little weird naked, and it's like not sexual. It's just like being naked, but like I'm super nearsighted. So when I take off my glasses, I can't see anything, and I sort of feel like everyone else sees me in the same blurry way that I see them. So I don't really care about being naked. But anyway, Everett House has this beautiful outdoor hot tub. It has 2 saunas and a really nice steam room. They have very clear rules, boundaries to make people feel safe. That's the place I go probably the most frequently.
And Common Ground is basically similar.
It's similar. It's smaller. They also have a lovely outdoor hot tub, and they have a sauna. They don't have a steam room. I went recently accidentally during quiet hours. It was fine, but I went with a friend. Same friend I took to Cascada actually, and I was like, "Oops, sorry." But it's just so nice. It's so nice to be outside when it's like lightly raining, or if it's cold, or snowing. Oh my God! So
yeah. Anything else?
Well, the other 2 places I think that I would want to talk about are the McMinimans, Kennedy School.
So see, here we go about the McMinimans ones. Is that they're highly, what's the word? Controversial. For reasons. Now, I've never been to Edgefield, so I can't speak about that.
Yeah, okay.
But I have.
But you've been to Kennedy School because you're a Portlander.
Yeah, but I've been to Kennedy School because I live in Portland. Yeah. So tell me about these picks. Tell me why they're your favorite spots.
I love Kennedy School because I have a 5-year-old, and it is a great place to take kids. It's a nice warm pool. It's affordable. I mean, the prices have gone up. Now it's like $10 a person, anyone over 2, I think.
That's still so cheap. Yeah.
It's so cheap comparatively. And for what it is, I am not a big drinker, but if maybe this leads to the making out, alcohol is available.
Yeah.
So people come and they have their drinks in the pool. The hours where you can go if you're not staying at the hotel are limited. You have to make reservations online for Kennedy School. Most of these places, honestly, make reservations online. I think if you go with the correct expectations, it's great.
Mhm.
I think if you are an adult without children and you go at like 3:00 and you think you're going to have a chill time, unfortunately, you're not going to.
Yeah.
Go to one of these other places that we've talked about, because none of the other places have alcohol, but they do have like tea,
Mhm.
you can like sit there and read your book, and there aren't going to be kids, but at Kennedy School, there's definitely going to be kids.
This episode is brought to you by Mubi, a global streaming service dedicated to elevating great cinema. On Mubi, you can stream beautiful hand-picked films anytime, anywhere. And right now, you can stream Lurker, a sharp psychological thriller and the directorial debut of the Bear and Beef writer-producer Alex Russell. It follows a 20-something retail clerk who crosses paths with a rising pop star and slowly worms his way into their world. As the line between friend and fan blurs, access and proximity turns into a matter of life and death. You can watch Lurker and so much more exclusively on Mubi, and the best part, you can try it for free for 30 days on us. Just head to Mubi.com/CityCast25. That's MUBI.com/CityCast25. Okay, I have the next 60 seconds to convince you to go check out Doer Jeans. You can time me. Are we ready? Okay, go. Doer makes stylish, bike-friendly clothes that are designed to keep you cool, comfortable, and looking good. They're pioneers of blending technical innovation with everyday clothing without it looking like boring athletic wear. Like, even if these clothes weren't made with Coolmax, which is supposed to regulate your body temp and wick moisture, you would want to wear them. They gave me a pair of jeans to try out, and y'all, they look good. And they're not harnessing the full power of the sun and directing it straight to my legs like most other jeans do when it's sunny and above 70 degrees. Doer is opening a new store right here in Portland on Northwest 23rd. And CityCast Portland listeners get 15% off their first order. You can either just mention the code CCPDX for your first in-store purchase, or go online at shopdoer.com/CCPDX. That's shopduer.com/CCPDX. 60 seconds on the dot. Well, what about Edgefield?
Edgefield, I have been like a couple times in the long past, but I decided I should go again for this story I wrote recently.
Mhm.
And they have such a sweet pool. For one thing, to use the Edgefield pool, you have to either be staying at the hotel or get a treatment at the spa there.
Mhm.
And the pool is like, it's shaped like a river. It's not like a lazy river. There's no current or anything, but it's warm, and it's a great place out there to just sit and read a book. And you can get snacks and stuff there.
That's nice.
It's definitely, when I went, more chill than Kennedy School. Unless the kids are staying in the hotel, they wouldn't be there. So unlike Portland, where we have very few public pools and stuff like that, you're probably not going to have the same issue with like kids splashing you there.
That's nice. So you're saying Edgefield's just a little more chill, more adult than Kennedy School.
I would say, yeah.
I do want to tell you real quick that our executive producer used to work at Kennedy School.
Wow.
He was a server there or something, and basically he told us that the entire staff calls the Kennedy School pool the pee pool.
Well, I'm sure they're not wrong. But, once you have a kid, you're like,
it's not
whatever.
so
It's
much
just pee.
It's not the kid. Because I was like, oh, because of the kids. And he's like, yeah, of course. But he's like, but I think the biggest offenders are the middle-aged people hanging out drinking.
You're probably right, honestly.
And then he's like delivering, he's like, that's 3 drinks, sir, and you have not left that pool. And he's just doing the math in his head, and he's like, you peed in this pool.
Yeah, adults really. I mean, the thing is, like, who cares about kid pee? But adult pee is gross.
I'm not here to ruin the Kennedy School for anyone.
You can't ruin it for me, because until Portland, Oregon develops a system of pools that is usable.
Of outdoor pools? Yeah. Okay. So these are all basically your picks. It feels like
Those are.
We are kind of a spa city,
Yeah. I should also say there is a place that I haven't talked about at all, and I almost never talk about, but because it's not in Portland. But if you can get to Tacoma, Washington,
Are you
there's
talking
a
about the
Korean
Korean?
spa. Have you been there?
Everybody talks about this Korean spa. So
It's
I
so
went to
good.
school in Olympia, Washington, which is not that far away from Tacoma.
Mhm.
And so that was a very usual spot that a lot of people I knew would go to and just hang out. But
It's so cool. Olympus.
yeah, and those are naked spas.
Yeah, they're naked. You have to like not be on your period. Like there's very specific rules. It's kind of hard for us in Portland, I think. I wish we could get a Korean spa here, honestly.
Oh,
because
it would go like
go
bangers.
crazy.
Yeah. Korean spas are very specific and I don't think
Yeah.
many people know about them.
I always get emails that are like, "Do we have that in Portland?" And I'm like, "Oh, we don't."
Yeah. Can I give you a Korean spa story that's not my story to tell?
Absolutely.
Okay. This is a little goss.
I love gossip.
Okay. So I know someone who is Korean, went to Korea when they were about 6, 7, very young.
Mhm.
So the thing about Korean culture, as I was told, is that kids are just kind of left sometimes alone, you know, in areas because everyone there is now your auntie.
Right.
So she goes to the spa because her mom takes her. Everyone's naked. So she's already like, I hate this because she was born and raised in America.
Right. She's not used to this.
So she's already like having palpitations.
Mhm.
And then her mom and her friends go to a different room to do something which she can't go to because it's too hot or whatever. And she's just left in this pool with a bunch of naked ladies.
Does she speak the
Does
language?
not speak Korean.
Oh, no.
The thing that happens with this person when they were younger and they would have this tension is they would
Yeah.
get nosebleeds.
No.
So here she is in a pool full of strange naked Korean women, can't speak Korean, and she just starts gushing blood from her nose. So at first, these older Korean ladies are like, of course, at first, like she's crying, they're trying, oh no, honey, you know, in Korean,
Yeah.
which of course she can't
Right.
understand.
She can't understand.
Once the blood gushed, they just all ran out of the pool, and I was just like a leper. Like they were just like, ugh, you know what I mean? But they were still trying to be nice, but they're just like, girl. And so
From a
they had to-
distance.
they had to shut down that whole area because of her. Her mom had to come get her. She has not been to a spa since she was 6
Oh,
years
no.
old. And I was like, this is your heritage.
That's
You're
so
like,
tragic.
I know. And I'm just
She's like, look, I had the worst possible experience any human being could have in a spa. That sucks. That's
yeah, I'm
awful.
surprised she's not a never nude. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, yeah.
Well, I just wanted to
That's a great story.
yeah, just a warning for people.
Just a
Don't
warning.
go to Korea with a kid who doesn't speak Korean,
Yeah.
and then don't leave them in
Yeah.
a pool full of naked Korean women. That's all.
Yeah, when I went to Olympus, I didn't see any 6-year-olds, but I did see some like young teen girls with their moms, and I thought that was pretty sweet. And yeah, there's something beneficial about seeing adults naked that are not like super hot people. You know, like so when you grow up, you're not like, wow, my body is so weird. Because the only naked people we see are really hot people or mostly naked people.
Yeah.
And none of us look like that. And like even hot people don't look like that. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. When you're naked, everyone looks kind of strange. So more nudity.
There we go.
I should also say, after I have been so supportive of nudity, I got an email from someone suggesting I join a nudist club, which I'm not.
You're not
That's
there.
That's
no,
not
no.
what my thing is.
You want
It's like-
functional nudity.
Yes, exactly.
Functional
Like-
nudity. Yeah.
Yeah, like I like going to Disneyland. I'm not a Disney adult. Okay, I like being naked. I'm not into
Nudist,
dogmas. I'm just into like living life.
Yeah. Well, with that, Lizzie, I'm just into living life. Okay. All right, Lizzie.
Okay, all right.
Thank you so much for taking the time.
Happy
and-
to anytime.
Yeah, sharing your spa expertise with us. Hopefully,
Anytime.
people listening now have a bit more orientation because we do have so many spas.
We do. Yeah, and they can send me emails. So I can tell them where to go.
Lizzie Acker at
lacker@oregonian.com.
there you go. That's all for today here on CityCast Portland. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed the show, share it with a friend or rate and leave us a good review. It really helps us out. And don't forget, you can support this show and get some great perks by becoming a CityCast neighbor. Just visit membership.citycast.fm for all the details. Thanks again to the sponsor of today's episode, Portland Open Studios. Also, a special thank you to our newest CityCast Portland neighbors, J.A., Jenna A., Rosemary W., Kevin L., Natalie P., Shalay G., Catherine O., Shelly VK, Natalie L., Caroline H., and Jeremy Y. My apologies if I mispronounced your name. If you too want to help support local news, which we need now more than ever, and also grab yourself a free Neighbors Make Portland tote bag, there's still time. You can head over to membership.citycast.fm. That's membership.citycast.fm. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more from around the city. Until then, see you with Slims.